A lot of us casual gamers don't have the time to play games anymore. We gotta advance in our careers, maybe improve our jobs, our incomes, take care of our families, our loved ones. And if you moved away from gaming in the past couple of years or so, if you haven't played anything in at least 15, 20 years, I really want you to play this.
Hey, it's okay. She's tripped. But I don't think she's wounded. Those explosions we heard must have triggered the collapse. Easy, girl. Shh, it's okay. Sorry, girl. We're gonna get you out. Just a bit more. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. We need to get down. Just stay calm. Are you talking to me or the elephant?
Late in 2022, the Legacy of Thieves collection was launched on Steam for PC. It finally came to us after so many years of waiting and having it to play on PlayStation, whoever had one. We are finally able to enjoy two of the best Uncharted games ever made and one of the best action games ever made in the same bundle. And since it is sort of a remastered version, specially made for PC, graphics looked much more improved. It's all shinier than ever before. Whatever PlayStation 4 Pro had to offer, it's nothing compared to what you will get on the PC. Granted, if you have a graphics card with more than 8 gigabytes of VRAM, as I've mentioned in the previous video. But enough about performance. I still think this is a very good video game, if nothing even better than the first one. Just dial down the resolution if you have to, or any other settings that you might have to tune, and it's all gonna be just fine. And speaking of fine, Nadine Fraser. Oh, she's one of the most epic female characters in video game history that you ever got to play. Unforgettable. Lost Legacy, the final chapter in this entire Uncharted saga, takes a break from the famous Nathan Drake, thank God, and focuses its attention on its amazing female characters. That's more than one of them, and you'll find out why. The famous voice actress called Claudia Black, which also does Morrigan from the Dragon Age series, is here to impress once again, and she does just that. Because this time around, the voice matches the face even more. It's a perfect combination. The facial animations and everything about the gestures of movement of the mouth in the cutscenes are unparalleled. I would go so far to say that what I've seen in these cutscenes even beats the first God of War. For sure, the facial animation looks even better than Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It really tops a lot, and I don't think they've made any modifications to this ever since the game was originally launched. There's a lot of micro expression happening with each facial muscle, making the experience close to watching a movie if possible. For me, Lost Legacy beats A Thief's End by a pretty good margin. It really takes the cake. I've never played an Uncharted game on console. The first time I've ever got my hands on this was about a month ago. First time for me on my PC. A Thief's End, by comparison to this, feels a bit too long and overly dramatic. It's not boring, it just feels like there's too much to play at times. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I lost my patience for video games that are far too long, especially if they don't give multiplayer. Lost Legacy, on the other hand, is a single player masterpiece. It's a 10 hours, maybe 12 hours adventure that's very focused. Looks even better than Thief's End, and I don't know how because I believe they're identical, but it just feels a bit more crispier, more mesmerizing in its environments. And the voice acting takes it to a whole new level. Claudia is impeccable, and so are the other characters. And since it is a smaller content in story length, it doesn't get split in multiple paths the way the first game did. Instead, it just focuses always on the path ahead, which is a great thing. You won't get lost or bored for that matter. It's straight to the point, and it just keeps on giving. Lost Legacy for me felt like a Mission Impossible movie made by Tom Cruise. It has more epic moments than its predecessor. Thief's End, I counted two major wow moments, while this one had exactly double. It had four moments, and I will not spoil them. Of course, there's the ending with the train, again, no spoilers, and the one with the underground level. There's a lot of moments, four to be exact, and it just keeps on giving and giving. I felt like the weapons are nicer too. Yeah, sure, they're literally copy pasted from the first game, but there's about 3 or 5 new weapons that you don't get to play with in Thief's End. Weapons that you kind of find as rare. You immediately identify them because they are golden and they're kind of hard to come around. Well, in this video game, they are offered to you much more often, to the point where you can actually play the entire campaign using or holding one of these golden weapons. And they do come in more variety this time around than the first game. Kind of makes you feel like a badass, which I think that's the whole point of it. Other than that, coming back to the shooting, it's all identical. From the camera shake to explosion, nothing changed here, which is a good thing. Rope mechanics, jumping, climbing, enemy stealth killing, takedowns, all copy pasted from the original game, identical. Again, they probably had nothing else to improve. Don't mess with it if it's not broken. The overall performance of the game, however, was improved. I remember the first levels when I played the Thief's End about a month ago, it had serious frame drops. Maybe it was just me, I don't know, but Thief's End gave me an average of 70 frames per the entire game, where this one gave me an average of 90 frames per the entire game, which is 20 more frames to boost. That's a lot, and it's a pretty huge difference between these two games. And this is where you kind of come along. I understand that not everyone has top-notch computers. In fact, most of us, we have mediocre or even low-end computers. Thief's End will definitely struggle on my computer and probably yours as well. But I don't think you're going to have any issues whatsoever with this one. Lost Legacy got optimized out of its mind. And it shows in a good way. I won't talk absolutely anything about the story. It's kind of short as it is. Spoiling it's not my style. I'll just let a couple of images that you see here talk for themselves and for the beauty that just this game has to offer. I actually chose to show you this part of the game because I feel like it's one of the best looking parts of it. Even though YouTube probably compressed the hell out of my footage, it doesn't do it justice. But trust me, the game is gorgeous. Like I said, not everyone has time to play long-ass games. Games that exceed 20, 30, 100 hours, like Borderlands or you name it. Some of you have kids, some of you have families. If you're looking for something that is a very potent elixir in a small bottle, well, you found it. This is it. I completely understand that Thief's End is 30 hours even more of adventure, which is quite a lot. So this is where my recommendation hits. You can just easily play this one instead. Don't start with Thief's End. Start with Lost Legacy and play this one. This is the one that really matters. These two games do kind of interconnect, but not really. They do have very separate story. It stands on its own 2 feet. It runs better. It has more wow and oh my god moments. It has Nadine as a main character. She's gorgeous. Better weapons and way better performance. At least that's what I felt. If you think Uncharted in general is a long game, just play this one. You don't need to play all the Uncharted games. Play this one and it just might be enough. And because two main characters from this game, and I will not say which ones, will be found in Thief's End, almost kind of makes sense that you play this one first, just so you can have a better understanding and the connection between the characters if one day you will play Thief's End. Assassin's Creed games, pretty much all of them. The Last of Us, Halo, at least the new releases that came out for PC. Probably every single Witcher game ever made. Mass Effect, oh my god, yeah, let's not mention Mass Effect. I mean, they're all good? No, they're all amazing games with this breathtaking story that they have to tell. And it's pretty much the creme de la creme of, gaming in general. Some of you may not have time to play them. These trilogies, most of them do come in trilogies, take hundreds of hours to complete. Not even joking, literally hundreds. It takes you hundreds of hours of gameplay to immerse yourself in the story. And I think that immersion kind of wears off when you have to put so much time into them. I mean, Tomb Raider is superb, right? But it's such a long game, and it is a trilogy, and you gotta play your free games, and you have so many stupid puzzles, and it gets tedious, and before you know it, you're probably going to uninstall one of these games. You're not gonna be able to finish it. It's just gaming these days is a lot. It takes a lot from our lives, and that's why a lot of people quit gaming. Between having a family, a job, school, real life in general, we may hear about these incredible adventures and kind of give us nostalgia, but in the end, we're probably not going to play them. I'm telling you, if you do find some time to get back into gaming, get back for this. Play this one. Lost Legacy, Uncharted Lost Legacy, is one of those very rare gaming masterpieces that really have it all. It will not waste your time because it didn't waste my time. I'm in the middle of exams right now, and I also have a lot of work for school and study. My name is Rocashu, here on YouTube at least, and I am not a casual gamer. I am what you may like to call a gaming junkie. I play everything. In many, many years, I probably went through the whole plethora of gaming. Even MMOs, grinding, even battle royales, even more grinding. Here with Lost Legacy, I was able to find something very unique, something that I have not felt or played in a very long time. That's why, for me, Uncharted Lost Legacy is a gaming masterpiece.
Hey, whoa, wait. You got a plan, guys. Like I said, there's over a couple dozen guys in there.
Relax. You'll live longer. I am so proud.
What just happened?